Big part of this trip out here is to do some more R&D on the Conqueror camper. And obviously just to spend more time in the outback is always what me and Megs are about.
Looking out through there is just what makes Australia beautiful, doesn't it?
It is, yeah. Things that needed improving from the last trip me and James did.
Truly are.
Wanker.
Yeah. Oh no, I got it.
Did you eat one?
Yep.
Why?
Oh, this has just been a shit day. We're literally just on a track. A few weeks ago, Adam and James completed about 4,000 Ks in the outback, testing a Conqueror off-road prototype caravan. The mission was to find any improvements that could be made. This time it was my turn to come along for the ride as we hit the New South Wales outback in search of those dusty, corrugated roads once again in effort to test some more improvements. 1 week, no kids, and a lot of driving. If you're thinking or planning of a central New South Wales outback trip, this one's a ripper. Well, we rolled into Nyngan fairly late in the afternoon looking for a free camp, and we found an absolute ripper, Nyngan Weir on the Bogan River.
And it's like the old, was it Bogan River?
It's Bogan River, but I think on the map it's called Nyngan Weir.
Nyngan Weir. It is pumping. So, there's people everywhere. It's popular anyway. I feel like a rookie because we've turned up without firewood, so we just haven't had time today. And there's heaps of little fires. The temperature is 22 degrees. This is perfect. I can't believe we're not going to have a fire. Shit. We might have to go and annoy some other campers. We have been known to be pests like that before.
Great little spot.
Glad to be out of that car.
I made it.
Unfold like a pocket knife. Oh, so this is a bit of a repeat of a R&D trip me and James did 6-ish weeks ago. Except we used Conqueror's Hilux, and I'll admit it's more comfortable.
And you got an equally as pretty bystander in the car.
Yeah, yeah. You've got one more skill that James doesn't have. We'll let you decide what that is.
Adam.
One thing the Hilux was missing though was the G-Works canopy. So I've got my beer fridge back, so we'll give that a workout right now. We'll set the van up, and it's a quiet afternoon because it is quite busy here. It is pumping. Really good little atmosphere though.
Yeah.
Cracking little free camp. So, have a beer?
You can. I'm doing a dry May, so
Dry May.
No alcohol for me.
We'll see. There's 5 days of outback coming.
Falling right at me.
My beloved bar fridge.
Here you go.
It's back. Quick.
Here you go.
Thanks, doll.
I'll have a soda water.
Good girl.
I'm doing the May 50k, or I'm actually doing 150k's in May if you haven't seen our socials already. And to add to that, I'm also being alcohol free for the month, so I'm a real hoot at the moment.
So we've spoken about the induction not working with cheaper pots before.
Because they get hot and then they sort of bow at the bottom.
Yeah.
They don't sit flat on the hot plate. So we invested in a really good set. What brand is it again?
Gerber.
So it's Bear Grylls.
Yes, I think so.
Bear Grylls' brand of pots, and they all sit and nest inside one another. Have the detachable handle, which is a definite necessity when you're caravanning or camping. And this is stainless steel as well, so probably the best you can cook on.
Yeah, a lot healthier to cook on rather than that non-stick shit.
Yeah.
We're trying to get away from it because it wasn't cheap. It was about $300.
Yeah, but we have tried just about every pot and pan, and I think it does pay to spend the money on something quality that's going to last. And it does come with bowls, plates.
Yes.
What else does it come with?
A mixing bowl.
A mixing bowl. So it's not just 2 pots, it's quite a nice little set.
So it's also a good set to chuck in the car for day trips.
Yeah, and it comes in a carry bag too. So the whole lot in a carry bag, throw it in, take it wherever you need. Yeah, it's good.
Righto, I've commandeered the cooking segment. These pots were my idea. Trying to get away from the Teflon coated shit is one of the big reasons. So apparently stainless steel gets more non-stick the hotter it gets. Teflon's the opposite. So we're nice and hot with oil in there, we shouldn't stick. Wouldn't be the same if you didn't stop and get a photo in front of the Cobar sign like every other traveller that's come through. It is an impressive sign as you drive into town, and we've got the sun hitting it this morning. Photo, love, you ready to go?
Yes.
Go and find a coffee.
Yes, I'm so stinging for a coffee and something to eat.
Yes, let's do it.
Breakfast of champions. Grab and go. Let's go.
Righto, so we're heading from Nyngan to Wilkenya, and then we're going to head up to Whitecliffs. So we've just come through, I jumped on the HEMA maps, and we found the road to Tinga on the way to Wilkenya. We'll turn off and take 78 Mile Road, head out to Tinga. As you can see, it's unsealed, and big part of this trip out here is, like I said before, is to do some more R&D on the Conqueror camper, and obviously just to spend more time in the outback is always what me and Megs are about. So one of the, I would say, things that needed improving from the last trip me and James did was the dust sealing, mainly around the door, which is very hard to do because these caravan doors are notoriously bad for getting a good seal around them, because everyone wants that screen door as well, so it's hard to get that seal good enough. They've improved the filter on the dust suppression system massively due to a few recommendations me and James had in a way we can use a filter up in that area, and we've also got a different style of filter we can test as well, just to benchmark it against something. So again, hats off to Conqueror. They're investing the time, money and effort into, you know, getting these things right, and obviously we get to go and spend more time in the outback, so it's a win-win, right? So I've never been to Tilpa before, don't know what this road's like. We are just after all the floods out here too, so hoping all these roads are open. A lot of the stuff you get on the internet, or the information on the internet, is sketchy at best. I've sort of rung ahead all the roadhouses, Wenaring, Tibooburra, and got as much information as I can, but this is all part of the adventure. Obviously, if we get to a water crossing it's too deep, we'll turn around. We've got heaps of fuel, so we'll lock everything up, make sure it's all sealed, get that fan going. It's time to hit the dirt. Right, we're only a couple of k's in. I am going to let the tyres down. There's sections of corrugated road. it's not bad, but it's just so much nicer on the car and the van if you soften those tyres a little bit. It's super powdery, super dry, so we've ticked the box here for some nice dusty conditions. So we'll drop the tyres to about 25-ish and just soften the ride. But the old Cruiser, it does well. I bag it out all the time for comfort, and on main roads and those tarred outback roads that are super lumpy, it bashes you up all day, and then you get to some dirt roads with some corrugations and the thing does work bloody well. It's feels just as good, if not better, than the Hilux as the roads get worse. So I don't know how that works. It's definitely cruiser country out here, and you can call me wanker in the comments if you like, that's fine. But we'll let the tyres down and keep moving. So we were out here about 6 weeks ago before any of this floodwater come through, and they obviously had rain hit the ground here as well, and there was not a blade of grass out here. So central New South Wales is pretty rare to see like this. It is really good to see because these guys were really struggling and needing some rain, and hopefully it continues. So I've just never seen so much grass out here. We've been out this way a few times now over the years, and it's really, really nice to see, and quite unusual in central New South Wales to see it so green. So we've got the first real sign of floodwaters behind us. We're not far out of Tilpa now. You actually see the water's a lot higher on one side than the other, and it's still coming down. Like I said, we're only just been able to do this trip from all the floodwaters that landed way up in far north Queensland and come through. So again, that's why it's so green. But yeah, can't help but stop and have a look at all these, I don't know, water where there's not water very often. It just looks odd out here, and I know I keep getting excited about some simple things like this, but it is very cool to see. Flies are here, that's the floodwater thing. Yep. First sign of the floodwaters.
Yeah, they're not too bad, but that only means they're going to get worse.
I think so, yes. I can't help pulling up and just being. It's so quiet and
so beautiful.
The temperature's perfect.
The water's very muddy looking, but looking out through there is just what makes Australia beautiful, doesn't it?
Like, it is, yeah. It's a cool spot.
The gums with the beautiful, I think it's floodwater though.
Oh, it is 100%. Well, it's channel country, so it's quite a natural thing. It's different to what you see when it floods on the east coast and you got people's possessions floating downstream. It's channel country and it does what it does, and it's just so cool to be able to see it. I know I do rant on about this, and it's hard to explain the beauty unless you come and visit it.
Yeah, it just switches, doesn't it? It smells different out here. Just everything feels different, and like you're on a real adventure.
It is.
Isn't it? It's like survival mode.
I've always explained it's like being on Mars, because it's very hard to explain. The further west you get. And I really, really expected the flies to be outrageous by now. Like, they should be a lot worse than this. So it's obviously cooled down enough that they've just eased up a bit. I think they were worse about 6 weeks ago, to be honest. So very lucky.
Bit of water.
Yes, well, there was definitely no road closed signs. I just want to know if I can just like tiptoe through it and not put shit everywhere. Or we tiptoe through it and we get stuck. There's no road closed or... And there's definitely been people driving through.
Might have to walk it, honey. Time to get muddy.
Be right, I think.
It's not very deep.
It's firm.
It's firm?
Be right.
It's real gravelly.
We'll just tiptoe through it to not make a mess of the road and the car.
Are you going to want me to get out and film you? That means I have to walk through it?
Well, I'm wet now. Do you want me to drive?
Yeah.
You're going to want full drive at least.
I'll walk through it. Things I do.
Yes.
Jeans are up. Oh my god, it actually feels really nice. The top layer is like slush. Oh, and then there's real rocky bottom. It really hurts. Ow. Oh, okay, I'm out the other end. Do you want me to walk this next one and see how bad it is?
Yeah,
since I'm muddy?
Yeah.
All right, you just sit in the car in the air
drive.
conditioning and no flies, and I'll be right back.
Thanks, Tom.
Okay.
Now it's worth noting that the road was certainly open at this point, and we took every precaution to make sure we could get through this safely.
Well, it doesn't feel too bad. It's quite rocky underneath.
Why wouldn't they put that sign?
Earlier? A lot earlier?
There is another road. There's another road. That's right. We can go back and go down Norma Road. It's not all lost for us though, because we do need to do this testing. So we're going to open the van now and see what the dust is like and how that filter system went. Change a few things and keep testing out different filter options. But I'm really keen to see how the inside of this van looks. Ooh, that's really good.
Nothing.
So we fully cleaned this before we started. That's really good.
Not even any real build up in the corners, which is where you'll normally see it. And it's been pretty red out here, hasn't it?
Turn that off. I don't want to step in there because we'll keep it nice and clean. But no, that is very good. I'm really excited because I had a fair bit to do with what changes were made. So of course I want it to work. Yeah, it's just really good to see the R&D actually working. So we'll pop a different filter in now. So we'll show you what filter system we've got going on here now that we know that it works. There's no point showing something that doesn't work. We would have continued to try other things with Conqueror's permission, obviously. But yeah, great to be part of something that clearly has improved massively since last time we tried this. Look at that. Super clean. So this new filter design that we've sort of all come up with utilises a K&N 200 series panel filter, or not a K&N, but a K&N one fits in there obviously, which is what we've got. We're going to put a like a Ryco style or factory style 200 series air filter in now, and we'll do the 150 k's back. So today we'll do about 300, and if there's no dust in that van after today, I can confidently say I think that that system is working, which is awesome. We do have another branded unit in behind the plastic here, and what we really want is, you know, for the one that we've helped develop work, obviously, and it's a Conqueror product, and it's a totally different fan, totally different filter system, but it's just good to see that, yeah, me and James' hard work from the last trip, and now me and Meg's on this one, we're getting a result, and it's great to be a part of. So this is awesome. We get to sleep in a nice dust-free van tonight, which is also a bonus. Righto, we're going to have another go of escaping the outback here. So Perna, Willa, Norma Downs Road. There's not a lot of information on it. We did some digging. It does say that that road is closed on the internet. Amazing, that internet thing. And we do have Starlink on the roof, so we've got no excuse. And it said it was closed exactly where we stopped, which is funny.
Shit happens.
Shit happens. So worst case, if we get stuck out here, like I said, we're happy just to be cruising around in the outback. We're still testing the van, and we'll go back to Tilpa because I know there's a cold beer there, and always good.
And I think it adds to the adventure.
That's
like,
right.
I think a lot of people can get very, oh my God, why didn't you check the internet? Yes, we didn't check the internet, but there's always turn around and go back, you know, like that option at the very least.
We just needed to be in the outback for a few reasons, so it doesn't bother us. It's all good.
It's all good, mate. Well, after stopping about 100 times today, we just realised we probably need something to eat for lunch, and we're a bit hungry, so we bought some pies at Full Throttle Barbecue at Beresfield near Newcastle, and they're the jalapeno ones that Adam loves. I'm going to give one a crack. We'll chuck them in the oven, and probably in about half an hour they'll be ready.
Right, 180. I've got just the top element on. We do use this thing a lot, actually, don't we?
It's handy.
Right. Keep on rolling. See if we get stuck again.
Highly likely.
It is highly likely. It's a little bit warm now. Time for a pie though. Yeah. Whoa. It's really cold. There's a few flies too.
Cold pies. Oh no, I got it.
Did you eat one?
Yep.
A fly. What a woman!
I just found this. Flies on your...
Oh, there's a few. I really would love to know what kind of wood this is. We might do a bit of research ourselves. But comment below if you do. It's everywhere in the outback. It's like a real browny red colour, and it is as hard as a bull's forehead, but it burns bloody really well. Whew, I need to sharpen the chainsaw. Right, we're gonna nose up this a little bit. This will bring us into the back of the Paru-Darling National Park, and it's right in line if we keep going across to Whitecliffs, and it's where we need to go. We'll just see how wet it is. The fact that it is 225 metres, Mount Pleasant, we'll start climbing. It might mean the track's reasonably dry, but it is definitely a track. There's no more road. We won't get ourselves into strife here, but I like the adventure without getting stuck. So there we go.
It says we can turn down there, but it doesn't look like it, eh?
Right, so we're doing a fence line track to get back onto the right track.
Oh, this has just been a shit day. We're literally just on a track. I really don't have a good feeling about this one.
That's not ideal.
How did that get there? Oh.
Nice.
Nice bit of wire.
Well, we really need to turn and go through that gate on the map, and they are gazetted roads, so technically you probably can. Look, there's a grey area around that, and I don't feel like doing it. It is someone's grazing land, so we're not going to condone that. So much to Megan's disgust, we'll head back out towards the more main road anyway, but it's all about the adventure. But we'll find camp eventually. It's a grey area. It's a gazetted road.
It looks like a private property.
Well, it is someone's property, but they're more like stock routes. So, and we're not actually driving cattle here. Let's be honest.
We round up a cow.
Yeah, well, hey, maybe if we get like a little potty calf or something, we'll just head back. It's all good. It's not that far. Makes for an adventure.
That has just added another hour.
At least.
And so many more scratches. God, Adam. Kelly Tours added again.
And then, actually, there's another thing. Could be that we didn't actually do all this road, so hopefully this is clear all the way back. Otherwise, we'll be coming back up the fence line, back in. Oh, we don't want to do that. That won't be fun.
I really feel like we've seen a lot of the untouched outback.
We had the best compliment earlier. We called up a lady on the road, a local. She said, I've lived here for 30 years and you're the first caravan I've seen on this road. And that was one of the more main roads. So I think that's the biggest compliment you can get.
True. We're definitely
pushing boundaries.
Yeah, lost.
Testing, all in the name of testing. And I love it anyway.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's not what you said a minute ago. Righto, so we are back at Wilkenya. That was the biggest detour to get to Wilkenya, but we got off the beaten track and onto the dirt. That's the main thing. So we're just going to cheat and take the little short run of tar up to Whitecliffs. Yep. And then from Whitecliffs we'll get some info from the pub tonight. See if we can cut back across through Paru National Park, up to Wenaring tomorrow, across to Tilpa. Yeah. But just for this afternoon, it's 20 to 5. We're going to find camp. How's that, Mum?
Yep.
No more checking fences.
No.
So random. So we're just driving along, and you actually do see these things a bit on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere. Man, they're deadly looking. Give it a pat. I'm keen to see this.
There we go.
I reckon I wouldn't go near it. It's amazing how often you do see them on the side of the road like that.
Yeah, you do.
See quite a few times.
There we go.
That's just a ball of cuddles, isn't it?
God, man, get back on. Righto.
Good job, guys.
The other side, he was heading that way.
How is the quality of firewood?
Oh, we need to bag this up and take it home.
It's amazing, and no wind.
No smoke, packs of heat. We chose to camp the night at Potch Gully. It's a free camp not far out of town. It's a huge gravelly pick your own spot style of camping area, perfect for caravanners, and it is surrounded by some small mine claims as we could hear the machinery starting up in the morning.
Avo and feta on toast, love?
Yes, our favourite.
How's the Serenity? Got the miners, the opal miners are fired up. It's a strange sort of campground.
It is. I mean, we've never been to Coober Pedy, but it's got a little bit of Coober Pedy vibes, hasn't it?
Whatever old mate's got running up there has got a pretty gnarly bottom end knock. She doesn't sound real good.
There we go.
Thanks, love. So one of the most important things when doing some remote trips is obviously safety, and communication is a big part of safety. We used to carry a sat phone, especially when we're traveling with kids, just to be able to get in touch with someone in case there is an emergency. Starlink has changed the game there. I'm a big fan of the Starlink Mini, and we've used it now on 3 trips, 2 of those being obviously these outback trips, and it's unreal, especially doing what we do, obviously, to be able to use the internet, but also the safety aspect of having communication everywhere. We're actually developing our own bracket to mount the Starlink to your roof rack or a canopy. There is quite a few brackets on the market, but there was nothing that did what I wanted it to do, which was be able to remove the Starlink really quickly and easily. Also have it securely mounted and lockable. So those 3 things were things I couldn't find all in one bracket. So this is our own Starlink mount, and this is 99% there as per a production model. We've gone through a few iterations, and we think we've got it. So it is as simple as literally lifting the lid, pulling it out, unplugging the cable, and you can set it up on your roof at home or on a stand at home. And then when you go on a trip, it's 10 seconds, clip it back in. It's a nice waterproof plug, locating it in the bracket, and that's it. So that's been on there now for this whole trip. Obviously it is key lockable as well, and that's as simple as it is. So obviously being able to take it out when you get home, you don't have to have a separate internet provider at home. Take it out, mount it, use that internet while you're at home. When you go on a trip, switch the plan to roaming. It's a super easy app to use. Clip it under your car and hit the road. By the time this video goes out, we probably will have something on the website. If not, it won't be far. So go to smarttouringsystems.com.au. Check it out if you're interested. As you saw yesterday, we rolled into town pretty late, and the little pub was calling, and it was a cracking little pub. Whitecliffs would be a good town to spend a couple of days and explore what is a really odd landscape and really quite an odd campground here. We're camped in the sort of communal mining area, so anyone can go and start digging a hole if you want, and plenty of people have. But we need to report on the van, dust free. I can't believe I can actually say that. It is a fantastic thing to be able to say. The thing has been absolutely unreal. Like the step is, as you can see, as clean as a whistle. We haven't touched it. We haven't wiped anything over in there, so we'll keep accumulating over the 4 days. Today we're going to rip the plastic off the second dust control system here and give that a test. I think at this point it really doesn't even matter. Conqueror's own design here is working, and that's what we really wanted, so that's awesome. So today we're going to head to Pack Saddle, then up to Tilpa. So not a huge amount of dirt today, but a little bit cautious because it is super overcast. It was this morning when we woke up, and there's a lot of rain predicted on the coast coming inland, so we can't afford to get stuck in one of these outback towns because they close the roads like that. These are the bull dust holes that they talk about on these outback roads, and this shit is just like powder. We just hit a big series of them then, and you've got to be really careful because sometimes they can be bottomless or quite deep, and if you hit them with pace, it's it can be quite abrupt, but definitely tests out how sealed your van is for dust, so perfect for what we're doing.
Another gate. You're funny, Adam. Maybe if I just stop. Such a funny man. You idiot.
Gotta get the K's up, mate.
A lot more than that's needed. Let's go. Another cool pub. I think we should have lunch here.
Sounds good to me, doll.
Yeah.
Watch out, everyone on the road.
There's no one on the road out here, so that everyone's safe.
That is a good point. We didn't pass any cars on the way out to Silver City Highway.
Yeah, and we, apart from a couple that were here when we turned up, we're the only ones at Pack Saddle, but you could see that this would be a pumping little pub in the
Peak season.
Busier times.
Off to Tipperary.
Do I go this way?
Really?
I don't know, do I?
The road goes from south to north.
Okay, well, I'm not really sure, but I'm thinking this is the right way.
Which way did we come in?
The other way? Yeah. Okay. You don't have to be mean to me. You truly are.
Wanker.
Yeah.
I've had a little brain fart here, and me and Megan have both been to Tipperary before, but we've never been into Milparinka, and Milparinka is only about 20 k's south of Tipperary. So we might poke our nose in here, and if it looks like a good spot to camp, we're going to pull up here and stay somewhere different for the night, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks all right. Give it a go.
That's the beauty of this outback trip, is we just don't have a plan. We can just pull up when we're had enough, and we know we're going to be home by a certain time, but
doesn't matter where we stop.
yeah, we're sort of at the furthest point of our trip now.
And generally speaking, any outback trip you do, you don't need to plan, because you don't really need to book ahead. This is like a one-horse kind of town. There's not many people here.
There's a pub.
That is a cool old hotel and a historic building and a campground down the back here. We're on.
This is actually like a step back in time, isn't it?
I only said to Megan earlier, I said, I wonder how many pubs are still actually on a dirt road. And they're very rare like that. That's, you know, as the areas get built up, they tar it just to keep the dust down, obviously. But yeah, it just gives it a different feel when it's really truly on the dirt, and it's really quite a neat little town.
Yeah,
a lot of the outback towns get a bit messy.
A lot of sculptures around from the looks of things.
Yeah, we need to go and see him, I reckon, because he's looking at us like he needs to talk to us. Might be in trouble.
So this isn't a caravan park as such, is it?
Oh,
It's not. It's sort of like community camping, or the common camping area for Milparinka. $20 a night we're paying for unpowered, and it's kind of just choose your own
adventure
spot here. They call it bush camping. Yeah, it's pretty much just off-grid camping. There are toilet facilities and showers all here that you can use, a camp kitchen and things. Walk to the pub. Yeah, this is pretty basic but good.
Yeah, this suits us. These little, it's 1880 the town was settled.
Yeah.
And it's one of the only places where the pub building is still original, which is pretty cool.
Where are you going?
I don't know, I'm thinking we face that way.
Oh, okay.
So today's roads were easily the dustiest by far. We had the big dust holes, so let's see how we went today. Righto, that is really good. We've got the tiniest little bit here I can see, but like, we haven't cleaned inside at all since we left home, so that's done about 450 k's now. Yeah, and it's really good. Like, there's obviously some sort of tiniest little leak, but the amount of dust and dirt we did today and how bad it was, that's very good. So yeah, that was not the Conqueror system pressurizing the van today. The system we did have on today did show a red light, as in the filter needed changing, so I'm guessing that the filter is clogged and is now restricted, so that could have something to do with that as well. The Conqueror system uses a filter that's at least 3 to 4 times the size, so yeah, but it's good. Keep the string taut all the way through. Yeah. This elbow. Take one step back. Okay. You've done everything wrong. Get in there, mate.
You're doing everything wrong.
With a professional.
Ready? Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, we'll just edit that video.
As simple as that. Hey! Name goes on the board.
Whew, it is fresh this morning. It'd have to be down around 10, a little bit under maybe, but that's what it's like out here. Better than being 40, 45 degrees during the day, so it's perfect time of the year really. So our last real run along the dirt today, weather's good, it's super clear, nice sunrise this morning. So we had 10 k's up the road to Tilpa, get some fuel, and then straight across to Rerouting, which is dirt, and then on to Burke, and then the long haul home to the east coast. So fingers crossed everything goes well today, and that's the last leg of the journey as far as the adventurous outback side goes.
Well, we made it to Tilpa. Adam's becoming quite the local out here. It's the second time in just over a month that he's been out here. Hey, honey.
Yeah, just blend it in. Feels like the right thing to do. Everyone else is working.
You're an idiot.
I know.
They do their signage well out here. Look at that.
A bit pricey. $2.54. This would be a $400 fill, and that is all part of travelling in these remote areas. That's not like it's probably too easy for them to get it, so you just pay it. Keep moving. And we're back. We forgot our axe. After all that shindiggery. Whoops.
Right. This is why it takes us so long to get anywhere.
It does. It really does.
Oh, thought it was the kids, but maybe it's us.
What's for lunch, Starl?
Eyes again.
You pack salads to make. Hopefully we don't get wet. We are certainly driving towards some shitty looking weather. We really don't need rain on these roads. So we need to...
You can tell it's probably going to be raining because it's cold, isn't it?
It's dropped heaps, so we need to get out of here. Eyes in, let's go. No.
Oh, I'm just giving it some outback seasoning.
You know what though, look. There's like...
Right. Oh, that one's not so good.
That one's yours. Well done. We definitely have drops on the windscreen.
It's only spitting. Very light.
It's risky.
It's fine. Stay positive.
I am, but like, we can't turn back. We're well over halfway to Wenaring, but we have about 100 k's of dirt. We've got an hour left, and you can see it. We're driving towards it the whole time. It's all bad. It just makes such a mess, and I mean, if it really pisses down, you get stuck. I don't think we're at that level, but hey, hopefully we can get out of here. No dust anymore behind the car, and you can hear it just starting to stick. Oh man, it's like being tarred and feathered. Hopefully that's it. It'll be really nice.
It's not super heavy. Let's just hope that blue sky ahead is closer than we think.
Our first kangaroo was big too. Hit the side and glanced off the side of the car, and then I think the van ran over him, poor bugger. But just checked for damage. I think we're right. I didn't swerve though. I just tried to slow up as much as I could. That's all you can do. That's right. We're all good, I think.
All good.
I can't say the same for Skip.
Is he
I
back
think it was
there?
quick and painless anyway. Time to air up, and we
It's
can.
the end of the dirt for us.
That's
is it?
right. We can
Sad.
crack the door on the van and have a look.
Yep. It's warm here too.
Alright, so they've obviously constructed a levee bank here in Wenaring to stop it flooding. So there's a little creek down here that me and James drove down onto 6 weeks ago, and none of this was here. So yeah, that's how high the water comes up, like, because it's way down now, but when we were here the other week there was barely a trickle in there. Yeah, it's funny to see the town like this. It's just pushed through the main road where you come in, and just to keep the town from flooding. Yeah, pretty amazing. But that brings us to the end of the dirt roads we're knowing it's time to air up. But we'll take one last look inside the van, because that was another 250 k's of some pretty powdery, dusty stuff. And we got away with it. Didn't rain, or we got a few spots, but nothing too crazy, and we didn't get stuck out there, which is great news. So let's go and have a look at that, and it's time for a bit of lunch. It's very dusty. As long as it's all on the outside, we're good. Looking good, looking good. Straight away the step shows it, because it's a dark colour.
There's nothing on my hands.
No, that's very
nothing.
Good. That's awesome.
Wait. That was already in there from this morning. I didn't really sweep it very well, but...
No, we haven't really cleaned it.
There.
Awesome. So that's good. That's worked. Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, again, it is so good to see that dust free. As ambassadors for Conqueror, and we've made that quite clear through our videos, a big part of what we do is go out and do the R&D and the testing, and we do love this part of the job. So to be part of a program that actually worked is really cool. And when people ask me, you know, what do you do for work, and we can say that that's part of it, we're very proud to say that. So that is dust free. We've done a lot of travel over the years in different vans and things, so we feel like we do, or we can comment on this, and that is very good for the amount of dirt roads we've done, about 600 k's or so. We're really happy with that. Yeah, stoked, very stoked. Anyway, so time to get these pies out. It's time for a bit of lunch and air up.
They're hot.
They're really hot. So we had cold pies the other day, so today we're gonna have burning hot pies instead. Well, that brings us to the end of our little R&D adventure for me and Megs. It's been great just to get away from the kids. We dearly love them, but it's the longest we've ever spent without our kids as a week. So it's been really good, but it's time to head home. So don't forget, guys, you don't only live once. Get out there and enjoy it, and we'll see you next time.